Okay, is it fine? Yes. This looks much better, thank you. Let's get going. So, no SPS, no 18 all the way, so give me your readies, people. Good luck, have fun, says the king. And where's Telegram? Alright, so ready from the king, ready from Geo, starting game number 1 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Yeah, I'm running Telegram 30 bits, I will have to uninstall it and install it again. Anyway, the king is setting up. His Tetris ready, getting the first Tetris. Geo follows suit. Geo right now going for a double well. The king is trying to get Tetris ready quickly, but he has now a J dependency to work with. Goes for the J, and now he's getting burns. Tetris for Geo. Geo in the lead at 46. The king gets he's well open. There's the Tetris to 49. Geo has a double J dependency. Gets one of the J's and a lumber. He's clean. The king needing to clean up. Needing a lumber on the left side. Geo at 53 gets a Tetris to 76. The king at 54. The king's Tetris ready, waiting for a lumber. Geo is Tetris ready as well. King getting some burns, trying to stabilize the board. Nice placement there with the T and the Z. His Tetris ready. Tetris for Geo, maintaining the lead at 99. The king is still waiting for a lumbar. Geo is Tetris ready, getting another Tetris to 122. Oh no, the king in trouble. He blocks the well as for the J as it came, and it looks like he's losing control of the board. He won't survive this, topping out at 61. Geo is good for game number 1. Let's go for game number 2. GG. Should have run in before we started. Anyway, you got it ready from Geo. The king is ready. Let's go for game number 2 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Geo has started, the king has started. Both started with the same first 2 pieces, an L and a J. They placed them the other way around, but otherwise, clean stacks. Geo's already Tetris ready, the king is Tetris ready as well. First Tetris for the king. Geo is needing pieces on the left side, having a bit of an unstable board on the left side. He blocks the well, this is looking a bit rough. He gets a nice burn with the J, and now he's a bit too flat. Gets a lumber though. Tetris for the king, 45,000. Geo going for burns early on. High delayed burns though, in fact. Geo opens the well, and there's a Tetris for Geo. The king waiting for the lumbar, trying to stabilize his board. These pieces are a bit rough. This is looking a bit scary. The king is not going for the burn. He's okay. He's getting some digging on, and his Tetris ready finally. Geo with a bit of with some aspire forming, but he has a low stack and he's trying to get his current position. Geo needing an L. The L not coming though. The king at 84, Geo at 98. Geo having some rough board situation here. Gets a triple, keeps digging down. Geo at 107, the king at 85. The king is in a dig. Geo is clean at 109. Geo going for some delay. Oh, nice placements of the squares, but too many squares though. He will have to dig. T came late, so he will have to keep digging. Geo at 111, the king at 94. Geo is cleaning up. The king set is ready at 94. Geo playing pretty high right now. There's some burns there from the king, from Geo. Tetris for the king, 117. Catching up to Geo, who's also at 117. The king is cleaning up. He has an LJ dependency. Now a double J dependency. He's gonna go for the late burns. Geo maintains the lead at 143. The king at 120. Tetris for Geo 166. The king is digging down. Geo back to a stable board. The king is still trying to open his well. King gets a J over. Tetris for Geo. Geo now at 189. The king is finally clean. Tetris ready. Tetris for Geo. Tetris for the king. 212 for Geo. 150 for the king. The king trying to get Tetris ready again. Tetris for Geo. Geo now at 234. The king at 175. Deja Messi para Messi. Para Messi. Para Messi. Gol. Alright. Hello, Dr. Jules. I hope you're doing fine. We got Geo at 257. The king at 178. Tetris for Geo 281. The king in trouble with that misdrop of the Z, and he started to recover here, but he needs very precise pieces and he couldn't get them on time. Topping out at 179. Geo at 304. Already good for game number 2. GG, well, or BG as the king will say. So let's go for game number 3. Hopefully the king will pop off, or otherwise Geo can take this into sweep. The king is already ready and Geo is preparado. Let's go for game number 2. Number 3. Gotta summon the Latin ancestral powers, says Dr. Jules. Let's go for it in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Stress. Let's see. Geo with a perfect clear board, but not getting the lumber on time. First Tetris goes to the king. He needed to rebalance the board a little bit. He's Tetris ready. Needing a J on the left. Gets the J. Tetris for Geo. King is Tetris ready. King is waiting for a lumber. Going for a double. And there's the Tetris for the king. Tetris for Geo. So far, early game, pretty clean game from both players. The king at 47, Geo also at 47. King Tetris ready and gets a Tetris, taking the lead to 70,000, but Geo responds and catches up at 69. Hey now, Tetris for the king, 93. The king is Tetris ready, Geo is Tetris ready. It's a matter of who's getting the Tetris though. Geo blocking his well. He is going for a dirty setup. He settles for a triple, and he's opening the well. The king in the lead at 117. Geo gets a Tetris to 101, so the king leading by less than a Tetris. Getting another though to 140. Tetris for Geo, 124. Still, the king in the lead with a more efficient game. He's Tetris ready. Geo is setting up. Tetris for the king, 163. Geo, 124. Geo is setting up. Geo is Tetris ready. The king is building. King at 186. Geo 127. Geo getting the Lombard, getting the Tetris. Geo at 150. The king at 209. Tetris for Geo 172. King 209. Tetris for Geo. Geo at 195. The king at 209. King having a very good game here. Tetris for the king, 233. Geo gets a Tetris. Tetris for the king as well. 218 for Geo, 256 for the king. King having a very clean game. Geo is trying to catch up to him. And there's a Tetris for Geo. King going for delayed burns. Nice T, and he opens the well. Geo is Tetris ready. Tetris for Geo and for the King. 264 for Geo. King at 280, so Geo is catching up. But the King remains in the lead with another Tetris. Geo with that S placement, he will have to get some burns in. And he has now a Lombard defense in column 5. He goes for the double and he is cleaning up. Geo at 269 hey now, and a Tetris for the King at 326. Very clean game. Tetris for Geo, the King at 327. Geo right now at 293. The King at 330. King with a Lombard depends in column 7 gets the Lombard. However, he has now an LG depends. He didn't adjust for the T. He's gonna go for burns though. And there's a Tetris. Tetris for Geo. Geo catching up again. 340 for Geo. 357 for the King. The King misses an adjustment again, so he will have to keep waiting for another Lombard. Geo at 364. The King at 359. So Geo is back in the lead. Geo with the Aki bar goes for a triple, tries to fix the board. Oh no, the misdrop on the L from the King is gonna be very dangerous if he doesn't get a Lombard soon. Gets the Lombard though for Tetris, takes the lead back at 390. The Geo is in a dig at 370. He's gonna go for a dirty and he gets it to 393. This is a very neck and neck game, and we are getting closer to 100 lines. The King. Another dirty Tetris from Geo. Geo at 416, the King at 396. The King is back to the bottom and he's building back up. Geo is having some issues on his board, so Geo is gonna be burning. Geo right now at 422, the King at 420. Hey now. The King getting the perfect L, and there's a Tetris for the King, 443, back in the lead. Geo at 426, doing some burning. We might see these players playing their first transition. Tetris for the King, 466. We're now on the last lines, 18 lines left for the King, and 16 for Geo. Tetris for the King, 14 lines left. So 489 for the King, 431 for Geo. Geo's Tetris ready. He blocks the well as the Lombard King, so he'll have to wait for yet another one. The King is clean, and there's the Tetris for Geo and for the King. 511 for the King. He has up to 3 Tetrises left. Tetris for Geo. Geo has 2 left with 6 lines away. The King is gonna go for the Tetrises. For 535 for the King, he's gonna go for a burn. He has 1 Tetris to go. Transition for Geo at 503. The King at 536 still has room for 1 more Tetris. Geo's Tetris ready, but he's building pretty high and pretty flat. He's not looking good. He's not getting the Lombard. Gets the Lombard. Oh no! He couldn't get the Lombard when he's stopping out at 504. And the King at 545 is taking game number 3. Not a sweep today. GG. At least I got the one, says the King. We'll see if the King will push forward for another Tetris, for another win for the decider, or Geo will win this outright. We got it ready from Geo, waiting for the King to get ready. He's now, let's go for game number 4 in 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And the King is having a drink of uncertain origin. But we got both players off. Geo is building pretty quickly. His Tetris ready already. The King is almost Tetris ready, and he actually gets the first Tetris. Geo follows suit. 22,000 for Geo, 23 for the King. Geo's Tetris ready. King is building. Tetris for Geo taking the lead to 45,000. Geo so far with no burns. The King Tetris ready. Geo setting up for his first burn. And he now has an LG dependency. Nice adjustment with that Z. And he is Tetris ready. Tetris for both players. 69 for Geo. Hey, now the king at 49. Need to do some digging as he has a hole in column 4. He's cleaning it up pretty quickly, and that J cleans up things very nicely. The king at 54. Geo at 92. Tetris for Geo 115. The king at 54 waiting for the lumbar. He has to avoid getting a 2 flat board. He now has a J dependency and an LG dependency. Now a double J dependency converts one of them into a lumbar dependency. Gets the lumbar a bit late. He doesn't go for the lumbar dependency on the right side, but he gets another one. Sorry, the king. Tetris ready with a dirty board, and he gets a dirty Tetris to 103. Geo at 142. He's Tetris ready. Not yet. He's clean though. And he's waiting for the Lombard. There he goes. Tetris for Geo 166. The king at 127. The king is ready. Geo is ready. Tetris for Geo. Tetris for the king. 189 for Geo. 150 for the king. So 2 Tetrises separating them pretty much. The king is Tetris ready. Geo is 2. Geo doing a very last second adjustment for that with that Z for the J. And now he has a G dependency. He gets the Lombard for it. He's getting some burns. He gets the lumbar for the Tetris and a nice perfect clear build. No lumbar though for that perfect clear. Geo at 214. The king at 196. Very late adjustments there from Geo. Pretty scary stacking there. He's maintaining the lead at 216, but the king is pretty close by at 196. And the king with the Tetris takes the lead at 219. Geo still waiting for the lumbar. Tetris for the king. Tetris for Geo. Geo at 240. The king at 242, Tetris for Geo taking the lead, 263, Geo is building again, the king is Tetris ready, Tetris for the king back in the lead at 265, Geo 263, but Geo just responds with Tetrises, taking the lead back immediately, Geo at 286, the king at 266. King is ready, Geo is ready, Geo having a very worrisome stack, gets a square over, gets a triple. Oh my goodness, that was a nice save. Tetris for the king, 295, Geo 299. Geo's Tetris ready. The king is 1 block short. And there's a Tetris for Geo. Geo at 323, the king at 319. Geo's Tetris ready. The king is still setting up. Tetris, both players have Tetris ready now. Tetris for Geo. Geo now at 347, the king. Oh no, he had a G dependency, L dependency, but he couldn't get the L over, but he gets it now. There's a Tetris. Tetris for the king at 368, Geo at 370, very close game. Geo, however, is Tetris ready, so he can pull forward, pull ahead, but these pieces are not helpful as he's not getting the lumbar yet. He's gonna settle for a triple for now. The king going for the late burns. Tetris for Geo, 399, the king at 371. King is Tetris ready. Geo is opening his well. He needs a T or an S. Gets a T, but he's gonna put it on the left side first, then the other on the middle. In the middle. King is Tetris ready at 395. Geo 403. He blocked the well as lumbar king, so he has to wait for yet another one. Tetris for the king, Tetris for Geo, 428 for Geo and 418 for the king. Tetris for the king, 440, Geo at 428. The king is in the lead now, 440, but Geo responds with the Tetris to 451. The king is setting up. The king is Tetris ready. He needs a lumbar. Tetris for Geo. Geo gains some lead here already at 473. Geo, however, with some misdrops, looks like he might have been trying to set up a tuck, but he now has a hole in column 3 that prevents him from scoring. The king just needs a lumbar, but it's not coming for him. He's gonna go for a triple. His Tetris ready again, and there's a Tetris for the king, 478 for both players. We're now on the last lines. The king with 8 lines to go, up to 2 Tetrises. Geo up to 3, but his board is falling apart a little bit, so he will maybe just go for 2. King has 4 lines left, just 1 Tetris to go before transition. Looks like the king will just burn a little bit. Ooh, that lumbar placement was a bit risky. The king right now at 486. Gio transitions at 510, so Gio remains in the lead. The king transitioning at 510 as well. This is a very close game. Gio needing a Lombard, gets the Lombard for a triple to 518. The king status ready, waiting for the Lombard. There's the Lombard. Tetris for the king, 537. He takes the lead. Gio at 523 in level 20. The king is trying to get those Tetris in. He blocks the well though. He has to be very careful. Has a J defensive, uses a Lombard to help him. And he's gonna go for the Tetris at 566. Gio at 550. Gio needs to be very careful on the left side. He gets the Z over and now he's burning. The king is doing the same. This is a very close game. 569 for the king. Hey now. 557 for Gio. Gio still trying to get his burns in. He needs an L. Gets the L a bit late, so he'll have to get more precise pieces here. He's still in a comfortable lead. The king in trouble. He needs a Lombard on the left side. That requires a very precise quick tap. He might be down. The king can reach the left and he's down at 580. This is a chase down for Gio. 581 the score to get. Currently at 571. This is getting pretty close for Gio. Gio's just gonna slow down, take burns. He has a triple ready board and that triple will give him the win, taking the match 3-1. And Gio advances into the second round, into the quarterfinals to face Heist. Congratulations, GG. Good last game, 2 games. Kaka first 2 games, indeed. And yeah, pretty close match towards the end. It's been a pleasure thanking you.